All right, so we have Hooker's green or sap green, whatever you have, white, cerulean blue, ultramarine violet. If you have sap green, you want to make your sap green darker, use, in this case, use Payne's gray, because Payne's gray has its dark color and it has blue in it. So it will be great for this project, for a deep color of green in here. So we need to get into the darkest dark, the dark green. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to remove all of these trees that you see in the front, remove them, and then we'll plant them again. So we'll put the green in here, the dark green as a base. And then actually we're going to start from this side, from the left, white, blue, and then we're going to increase the blue in here, push the blue in, down, in, and then just behind the roof from the right side, we're going to start adding the dark green in here. And then we'll go to the next stage. So for now, I'm going to take white, cerulean blue, if you have ultramarine violet, take a bit of that ultramarine violet and put it in. It's nice in scenes like this to show depth, or to show that it's hazy in the back and it's the sky is not, you know, blue. It has a touch of purple in it, and that will push it back too. It will push back the sky. Okay, let's do that. This is a flat brush. It's not a big brush or too wide. I have 3 of them ready. You see, you can see that. Okay, so
it looks like a fight on there. It looks fairly light blue. Is it that light? It's almost like,
yeah, it's light. No, it's light blue. It's light blue. It's not that dark. Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
it's
yours
light
look
blue.
very
And
light. I'm just wondering. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Okay, so let's start from here where the sky is. Push it in. This canvas is primed in yellow ochre, a wash of yellow ochre. So push that down a bit. I always overlap the sky a little bit with the tree, so the tree will go over the sky. And take a bit of purple in here. And put some purple as well. Just gives you a nice, and what we might have to do this at one more time, maybe the sky. I like seeing the yellow. I like seeing yellow ochre in here. It's just there's so much green, so yellow ochre is a nice color instead of putting red, which is opposite yellow color, yellow on the color. Sorry, which is red is opposite green on the color wheel. So instead of putting red as a wash under painting, I'd rather use yellow. Okay, so now I'm going to start increasing the amount of blue in here. Let's go down to this. It's perfect color. Okay, I'm bringing a bit of purple in here too. Right now, this is what we're going to do. We are going to do it this way, because you don't want to end up with a harsh line. If you do this, you're going to have a harsh line. I mean, if you are okay with that, you know how to control it, that's fine, do that. But if not, start this way and push out. So you end up with a soft, very soft edge of the tree. So when I do this, I'm using the corner of my brush, dab, and because this color is still wet, it's mixing with the blue and it's making it really soft in here. So these two colors are wet is a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna, again, I just put the dipped, not the whole brush, just the tip of my brush in a bit of water because my color was getting dry, my paint on my brush. So I'm gonna push this in for now. Just do it in a kind of different directions so you don't end up with the same brush stroke. Take your time. Push it all the way in. The more you go in, the darker the color is gonna get. So I'm using less white in here. Anytime I get to the edge where it's meeting this, the tree is meeting the sky, I turn my brush around and I use the corner. Now this is fine. I don't need to do that. This is, I'm kind of, I'm good here. I don't need to turn my brush around. I'm filling. Now, again, I have to be careful here. This is, let's see where the, yeah, this should be lighter. Okay, so I'm adding white. Push this corner of my brush, very soft, soft, right? Now in, good, a little bit of purple and blue. I'm always checking what's in front of this color, what's going to be in front of it. I'm going to have some greens in there, so it's good to have. And you know, we have the green and we have leaves, and so it's good to have good base. Just make sure, I'm just making sure I don't get to that beautiful bluish, light blue in the back. Okay. All right, that's good. That's really good. Right, from here, let's, do you want me to stop?
Just for a minute, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, sure. I'll pause. Okay, so we'll start with blue and purple on this side. More blue. No need for white, because this is going to be, we're going to have some greens in there eventually. And I'm going to pick up the green I have on my palette Don't clean your brush. Just put it there. And you see, you have a beautiful green, dark green. It's going to give us a beautiful, deep background for all of the trees that we're going to put on top. There's some blue on my brush, but that's okay. It's good. I like the idea of the blue in there. Again, all of this area here is going to be dark green. That's sap green or hooker's green. If you have sap green, put some Payne's gray in it to darken it.
So that's just the green, no blue in it.
No blue in it, no.
Okay.
I just had some blue, cerulean blue on my brush when I started
Okay.
in this area, but now I'm just using dark green.
Okay.
And it's really, this is all we're doing right now for this side. Don't make it look too smooth.
The guy on the
Should be.
screen, it looks almost black. Should it be that dark?
No, I mean, if you pick up hooker's green,
Yeah.
it will give you the right color. Just hooker's green.
Because this
This is
hooker's
just-
green that I have, it's called hooker's green. It's like a really nice, almost like a primary green. It's not dark.
My hooker's green. What's the make?
It's Grumbacher.
So it's a little bit lighter than what you're seeing here, right?
Yeah, so I put it like a lot of purple in it to get it to go
Okay,
dark.
so add a bit of Payne's gray.
Okay.
Okay, so now we placed a guideline with pencil crayon, black, brown, whatever you have, paint for the tree trunk, a bit for this part here, just the shape of this tree, and another one here. And I'm going to use sap green with yellow, cadmium yellow light, a bit of white. Don't go too light yet because this tree has two colors, kind of, not two colors, two values. One is not medium even, lighter than medium, and another one is quite a bit lighter. So I mixed sap green, cadmium yellow light, a bit of white, and I'm going to use this brush, or you could use any brush. If you have those brushes where the round one that you could just take the color. Here, let me show you here. Let's do it with this. I don't know if I'm using the right brush, but it's a round brush that's kind of, it has a bushy top. So you could dab. You could dab the, let's see, where is that? Let's add a bit of yellow because I can hardly see it. A little bit of white, just a tiny bit of white. It's going to dry darker anyway. And let's see if this is the right brush. Kind of. And it's good that I put a guideline for me, the shape of the tree. No. That's not working for me. It's not the right one. I think it has to be thicker. I'm going to use the corner of this brush. I'm more comfortable with the corner of this brush. Yeah. I really have to keep an eye on the shape. Otherwise it won't look natural. Okay, good. This is working. Corner of my brush. It's a bright, and take some good dab. I'm dabbing, but I'm also sometimes pushing my brush this way, because dabbing is not, sometimes dabbing will give you the same shape. Leave some blue showing through. Don't cover the blue completely. It's not a heavy tree. It's very soft, light tree. So
Lael, do you have white in there? I didn't
Just
see.
a
I had
bit.
to run and change my water. Okay.
yeah, just a bit of white. Yeah, a little bit of white. Okay, really, really kind of soft green in here and soft dabbing. Not much of a, with the corner of my brush, I changed the direction of my brush. You know, from time to time, when you get to the bottom, let's grab some ultramarine violet, put it into the green, and dab down here too. So the color will change from bright green into a bit of a green that has purple in it. Whole idea is to get that soft transition of trees. With the corner of your brush, keep doing that. Go to the other one, to the next one as well.
Laura said don't take any less than 40 for the camera, so it's gonna be, so she said 20 wouldn't be enough.
Okay. Please go darker than what you're seeing on the monitor. I'm going to add a bit of ultramarine violet. With the corner of the brush. Let's go back to that. Up. And again, just highlight it a bit because it dries darker, and you know, this tree is a light, has a lighter, a bit of a lighter foliage on it. Okay, this tree is gonna, we're not gonna see it that much by the time we put the third tree in front. This is a lot of dabbing. Make sure that your brush stroke is not the same. So you don't want to have this. Okay, tree trunk and branches, they shouldn't be too strong. And you'll see if you look at the reference, it's really kind of very soft. So I'm going to start with a round brush. I'm using a, okay, before I talk and before I do anything, I'm just going to say what the colors are. Brown, any brown you have, burnt umber, raw umber will do. I'm using Hooker's green with a bit of ultramarine violet and a touch of white, just because I have the color. My color is wet. It's not dry. My paint, the paint is wet. Otherwise, it's going to be hard. It's going to clump. So, and if you wet it and it looks like it's transparent, that's even better. That's not, it shouldn't be too heavy. Tree trunk. Okay, I'm adding water. Okay. Now let's do this. Let's do some branches. So I paint the branch. They're thin, in, out. Some of them you can see, some of them you can't. You know, the branch is not one long, narrow line. I'm gonna go over it with this, even after I'm finished, I'm gonna putting the branches, I'm gonna go over with some greens over this too, one more time. I start, stop, continue, stop, and then, you know, just make it, don't make it, it doesn't have to look one long branch. If you do this, if you start and stop, it looks like the leaves are over and it's cutting. That's why you see the branches kind of. Let's not put too many of them. We don't need to do that. Okay, now let's do the one at the bottom. Dab them if you want. Dab your branches. That's just a hint. Okay, that's perfect. That's enough. Yeah, go this way. Okay, I'm gonna take some green now. Sap green, yellow. So I'm mixing again the same colors, sap green, cadmium yellow light, bit of white. And I'm gonna go over. Let's highlight it a little bit more. I'm gonna highlight it more. I'm gonna add white to my sap green and yellow. Perfect. I can see the difference. That's awesome. Because the color underneath, the green, the first layer I put in there is dry. Dabbing with this little round brush and it's working. I like the blue. I like seeing the blue in there, in the back. It's very, very soft, really soft. Going over the tree trunk. Pushing my greens over a bit. And they do not, I mean, the dabbing doesn't have to be all dabbing. You could pump it a bit in certain areas, you know, just. Yeah. This is really nice how the yellow, the blue is showing through over the green and the, this is really, really nice. Very, very nice. It's not exactly what you see in the picture, but it's actually, it's nicer because it's softer. Okay, let's take some more white, put it in here, and then let's see a bit of white in there on top. White and green, not white only. So I'm highlighting my green. I'm putting a bit of blue because I lost some of the blue in the back. Okay, that's good. That's enough. There's a tree gonna come here, over here, so we don't need to work too much on this. Okay, same colors were used here. I'm just pushing this green over here. All right, because there's some green in there. And I'm gonna take, right now, at this point right there, I'm gonna take some blue cerulean, add it to my green. And try to get these, yeah, that's good. Because we're gonna have some green hanging down eventually too. So let's take some white in there so we can see the blue a bit more. Okay. Right, good, excellent. Excellent. Okay. When we get to the other side of the cottage, on this side, the green is kind of medium tone at that point. We're still working, we are going to work with the back. None of this in the front. This is all in the front. You see it's overlapping with the roof. The back, we're just gonna work with the back. I'm gonna simplify this in the back because it's too much work. And I'll show you how to do it next week. And then we'll do the trees in the front. So we're still, next week, we're still gonna work back, whatever is in the back. And then the yellow ones are in the tree, in the front, the yellow ones. Okay, next week.
You're just doing right here?
Oh, just so here,
Just right
just a bit, right there. Just a bit.